Today's story is about the when I met my wife back in about 1968, might have been 67, 68. And once again, I was the camp counselor or the sports coordinator for the Canadian Science Commission at the Hope Bay Bible Camp, Pender Island, on the islands there between Vancouver and Victoria here in beautiful British Columbia. And talking about beautiful British Columbia, of course, this is what our whole forest, our acreage looks like right now. It's May and all the yellow balsams are just blooming and absolutely gorgeous. So I was at the camp, and this year was kind of fun because my nephew, who's the same age as I am, Blake, was there, and my cousin, same age as me, Tim, he was there, and a new friend, Ernie, he came. And then, of course, Darlene, the love of my life, was returning to the camp as the camp cook. And a new girl was there, Gwen Young. And she, if you recall the story of us going to the wilderness camp, she was the girl at the camp in Clearwater who served us breakfast that morning. But anyway, so I didn't find that out till quite a bit later on that aspect. So one of the first jobs Dave Griffin, he was the camp counselor, gave me to do was to set up the cook's tent. And okay, yeah, for the love of my life there, Darlene, I'll set that up. So and he assigned Gwen to help me with that. Only God knows why, but you know, that's the way it went. And so I looked at her and I figured, oh my goodness, some diva princess, you know, that has probably been sent to camp because she just kind of stood there, 16, right? 16, 17 years old. Anyway, so I dragged the stinky old army tent to what I thought was a good location to do, but there was a lot of pine cones and stuff on dirt and sticks and branches on the ground. So I mentioned to Gwen, I says, can you go get a broom from the kitchen so we can clean this up here a little bit so, you know, it'll be a nicer floor. And she says, you know, go get your own broom. Okay, diva. All right, so I went to the kitchen, I got my own broom and came back, and she made no movement to help at all. And I swept it all up, whatever, and start spreading the tent out as I do, and look at her, and she's still standing there, looking at me like I'm some idiot. I probably was. And anyway, we'll go there. And so finally, I says, hey, you know, could you help me here? I says, can you hold the center post of the tent up while I go out and, you know, put the ropes out and put the stakes in? Okay, she agreed to do that. So she went inside the old canvas army tent and had the post up, and she was holding the post. But of course, without the ropes pulling it out, the whole canvas just came and, you know, basically just sucked right across her body. So there was hardly any air in there at all. It was a hot summer's day, and we were out in the sun. And so I said, oh, I just got to go to the kitchen there and get some stakes, you know, to nail into the ground, so I'll be right back. So I went to the kitchen and I hollered at Blake and Ernie and Tim. Said, hey guys, come here, get your coffee, come here, let's sit down. So we all sat out on the steps and we watched. And I says, let's watch and wait to see how long it is before she realizes I haven't come back yet, and she's cooking to death in there in that stinky old tent, and she gives up. Well, finally she gave up, came out of the tent, and she sees the three teenage boys sitting there laughing their heads off at her. Well, I tell you, it was just priceless. You have to be 16 to appreciate that type of humor. Anyway, that was our first experience, and budding romance from there. Okay, bye.